Well, how's it going, guys? Welcome to another edition of Horror Hangout. Um, Obviously, I know it's a little late, but just was I don't know. I was just like, I'll go live for a little bit. I don't got nothing to lose. You know, at least until like 3 o'clock or so. Um, but yeah, so I'm gonna go live for at least a little bit, just kind of hang out with y'all again, like as we always do. Let's talk about movies, talk about whatever. Um, so wait for some people to get in here, but so there is some breaking news as of right now. Um, a little bit, anyways. So Scream Five, or it's not Scream 7 will be getting released. They're hoping that it gets released by 2025. So that's pretty good news there. I mean, I know we gotta wait another 2 years, but at the same time, I'm pretty happy. I think I'm pretty happy with it. I kind of expected it because it is a trilogy. So, but yeah, so it looks like we may be getting that in 2025. That's what it looks like. And obviously, all we really know is that it is happening. They're expecting it to be released in 2025. And you know what's kind of crazy? I think I'm missing something. Okay, I think I'm missing something. I don't know if it's true or not, but there is rumors saying that Sydney or Nev Campbell will be back. Um, so I don't know how accurate that is, and oh my gosh, and she's a part of the cast. She's on the cast list, so I don't know how accurate that is, but yeah, I'm looking at the cast right now, and it says that Nev Campbell, Mason Gooding, and Jasmine Savoy Brown has joined the cast. That's what it says. So Nev Campbell, has she joined or what? Or is that just throw people off? I don't know. Um, but as of right now, that's all we really got. 2025 is the release date. Well, they're trying to get it. They're hoping that they can release it by then. Um, so yeah, they're hoping that they can release it by 2025. So, and I kind of expected that. Uh, and there's really nothing else other than just the release date and obviously the casting list. They have Roger L. Jackson coming back. Oh yeah, and they have Jenna Ortega on here. But obviously, Jenna Ortega is not. They don't have her photo on here, so that means that she's not. Jenna Ortega, we already know, is not going to be in the film because of. It's because of she's doing other projects, but it looks like Hayden Panettiere is in the casting list. Roger L. Jackson, obviously. Um, Josh Shigera, obviously, is going to be back. That's what it looks like. Um, and Nev Campbell, like I said, is listed on here, which is kind of crazy. Mason Gooding, and then Jasmine Savoy Brown. Obviously, that's the usual. Um, but other than that, yeah, we're not getting Melissa Barrera because she got fired, sadly. Um, so yeah, it's pretty interesting. It's pretty interesting. Um, so yeah, that's basically all we got. All I got right now, like all the news. I mean, there's a little bit of news. I don't know if that's just rumors at this point, but I've been hearing a lot of stuff. Like I've been hearing that Nev Campbell is back. I've been hearing that she is back um, in this film, but of course it's just a rumor, so I don't really know if it's 100%. Um, so yeah, that's basically all the news I really got right now. Sorry, I had to make sure the audio was good because I didn't have my headphones plugged in. So, but yeah, so that's basically all the news that we got as of right now. So far, anyways, that there's rumors about Nev Campbell at this point that we don't know. We do not know about like if she's really going to be in the film or not, but they have her listed on the cast, so casting list. So I don't really know how accurate that is. But yeah, so Sam Carpenter will not be in the film, obviously, because of her firing. And by the way, people ask me like how I feel about it, like what my thoughts are. My thoughts are kind of in between. Like I'm kind of 50-50 on it. Like I feel like she was in the right, or she. I feel like she didn't do anything wrong. You know, but at the same time, I don't really know. I don't know how to feel about it. It's kind of hard to pick a side. Um, but I feel bad for her regardless. I do feel bad for her. So yeah, I really do believe that the possibility of Sydney coming back, Nev Campbell's character coming back, I definitely think that's a possibility. Um, and I've been saying that it's a possibility since you don't have Sam, you don't got Tara in the film. You basically got nothing, like nobody else in the film now. You know, Tara's not going to be in it. Sam's not going to be in it. So I just think her coming back. I think she should come back for one more film. At this point, it looks like she's listed. She's on the casting list. Um, but I'm not 100% sure if she is coming back um, or not. Not 100%. And I thought I watched some videos about it. I thought I watched some videos about her coming back, but I'm not 100% sure. So it says that Scream 7 is reportedly heading back to the drawing board and may include Nev Campbell. According to Verity, the filmmakers are weighing up options following the high-profile exit of Scream 6 leads Jenna Ortega and Melissa Barrera. This includes bringing back Nev Campbell as the iconic survivor Sydney Prescott, with producers reportedly keen to see her character or see her back in the role. Over the past few days, Scream fans have watched in horror as Scream 7 collapsed before their eyes. Melissa Barrera was ousted from the Scream sequel by Spyglass Media Group following recent social media posts. So yeah, this looks like this basically says Nev Campbell could come back. Sorry, I'm My words got a little mixed up there for a minute because I was watching some college football channels and you know. But anyways, yeah. So Scream fans, obviously, there's a rumor that Nev Campbell will come back, and it seems like that's what they're gonna do. I think I don't know if they're gonna like say for sure she's gonna be in it. They may tell us, but yeah, it looks like right now she's listed as a cast member. So I don't really know how. Like I don't really know if that's like I don't know if that's real or fake or not. I don't know. But as of right now, it looks like they're trying to. I guess trying to bring her back because obviously Jenna Ortega and Melissa Barrera um, is not going to be in the film. So I mean, you really got no other option, as I was saying. The only option you really got is to bring her back, which that's really the only option because you're not going to have any final girls. And Jenna Ortega and Sam Carpenter were supposed to be, or Tara and Sam were going to be your new final girls, and now they're not. Now they're not going to be in the film, so I feel like it only makes sense. You know, so yeah, so I'm just kind of wanted to come on here live, kind of talk, hang out, wait for some people to get in here. I'm pretty sure we'll get somebody in here eventually. I know a lot of people don't usually see it right away and just end up seeing it, later in the stream, which is cool. Somebody will come in, I'm pretty sure, here soon. But yeah, we basically got a lot of a little bit of news, I guess, out of Scream 7. Scream 7 is expected to release in 2025, which I kind of knew that was going to happen because, again, they haven't started filming yet because of like the strike, So I knew it was going to take that long for it to release. I mean, they'll probably start filming. I'm gonna guess around maybe this summer. I mean, that sounds about right. This summer sounds about right when they start filming. But I guess we'll have to wait and see what happens. As of right now, though, that's basically what's going on. Like, we just don't have any. We don't have any other like news right now other than that. Obviously, then the Nev Campbell rumors, which at this point I don't really know. I was saying that it's a possibility at this point because, again, you really don't got anybody else. You don't got Sam. You don't got Tara. So I think it makes a lot of sense, personally, but that's just my opinion on that. Because again, like what other story are you really gonna tell? When you don't have, you don't got the new final girls in the film now. Tara and Sam, they were supposed to be the new final girls. So I don't know what they're gonna do after this film, because I know for a fact, like if Nev Campbell comes back into this film, it's gonna be her very last. Like, there's just no way in hell she's gonna come back for more unless the money is right. I feel like her character, this should, if she does come back, this film should definitely be her last. Just because She's done a lot of these movies already, and she was supposed to. Scream 3 was actually supposed to be her last one until Wes Craven decided to bring her back, which I don't have a problem with that. I don't have a problem with seeing Sydney. She is the final girl and she is the star. You know, we all want to see Sydney in the screen films. Well, after a while, we're not going to get that. And this film right here is probably more than likely if she does return, it's going to be her last. I feel, because we got to think what is she going to be doing by the time, like in Scream, like what's it saying, like Scream, like 12, Scream 13, or something like that. Like, what is she going to be doing? Like, she going to be battling nursing homes at that point? Like, I mean, we can't have her forever. That's just the bottom line. A lot of people want it. I want it too. We just can't have her forever. That's same with same with Gail and all that. Like, we may not even get her. I think this film right here is when she dies, honestly, because this is the honestly, I don't think they're gonna keep her character around for long either, just because she's been in the film since like 1996, and she's one of the OGs, and eventually you got to move off. And as I was saying, there is better ways to doing stuff. Like, there's better ways to, like, you don't have to necessarily kill a character off just to move off of them. There's like different ways that you can do it. Like, you could have them run out, go off in the sunset, and just leave their character alone, just let them live their lives, kind of like the Sydney treatment. As I was saying with the Dewey character, I wish they would have did that for him, because there was just no reason. There was just no reason why you should kill him. Why they should have killed his character in the first place. I mean, that especially in that manner, they should have did it a lot better than that. Like, in my opinion, but they killed him in that manner. The way they did it, I don't have a problem with him getting killed off or anything. I just have a problem with the execution. Like, I think the execution was like my main problem with it. But other than that, I don't really mind him getting killed or anything like that. I didn't mind his character get killed because I already knew before Scream 5 got released. I kind of already knew that we were going to get that he was probably more than likely going to get killed off, and I kind of knew that. Kind of knew that he was going to get killed off, especially with that goodbye, that commercial. Kind of like that was basically like his goodbye tour, basically saying goodbye to everyone. So, I mean, I kind of already knew he was going to get killed off. Now, Wes Craven, I don't think would have did that. I think Wes Craven would have did something a little different. Personally, I don't think that he would have. I don't think that he would have killed the Dewey character off just because, like, Wes Craven, I don't think had any intentions. I don't think he had any intentions to killing him off. Like, so, yeah, I don't think that he would have killed him off. Personally, but yeah, I just don't like. And look, I understand we got to move on. We can't keep the same characters forever. We can't keep the OGs forever, I guess. We got to move on to the next generation and bring on new characters, new final girls, new final, new characters, which I understand. But the way you do it, the way you killed the Dewey character was absolutely just dirty. Should have been done a lot better. Like, I don't know, it was just like I just have a problem with it still. I don't know, it's just one of those deaths that I just don't like. I just don't like it. Um, just the way he died, the fact that he got Tara and Sam and Richie into the elevator, and then all of a sudden he just turns around, and then he basically just now remembers he had to shoot him in the head. Like, that's the part I don't like, because it's just like, man, he had the opportunity right then and there, to shoot him in the head. If it was Wes Craven's film, he would have shot him in the head when he had the chance. That's just my opinion on that. Like, I definitely think he would have shot him in the head. Most definitely would have shot him in the head. I mean, you remember in Scream 3, he, shot Roman in the head. So you mean to tell me that he's going to forget that? Like, if anything, he's going to remember it. That's what I'm saying. Like, Wes Craven, I think Wes Craven honestly would have. Wes Craven would have. First of all, Wes Craven would have never killed him off, as I was saying. Secondly, I think if it was Wes Craven's film, Dewey would have shot him in the head, when he had the chance. And people say that, it kind of, fits his character because in Scream 2, he stepped on a pizza and was distracted and all that. Like, and then in Scream 3, he was missing shots. And, well, we understand that. But again, he shot Roman in the head. So he should know automatically how to do that already when he has done it already. You know what I mean? So it's just like, I don't know, man. It's just I understand it's a movie, it's a film. Movies ain't going to be perfect. But that was absolutely, that should have been done a lot better, in my opinion. Like, there's just no other way around it. Should have been done a lot better. I would have preferred him maybe like saving like Gale or something like that. That would have been way better. I think that would have been way more like meaningful because it means a lot more, He's basically saving Gale. He gets killed for, he basically dies for her. And then she's like holding him in her arms. And he just dies. That would have been more meaningful, But the way that they did it, a lot of people say that it shouldn't have been Dewey that died. It should have been Gale. Well, in a way, I do agree with that, but then again, I don't, because Dewey was he was the like, I don't know why I feel like that. I just don't think that. I don't think that Gale get killed off over Dewey. I mean, yeah, I guess in a way, it would have meant more, but I think it. I don't know though. Like, I feel like it would have meant a lot more for it. I thought it made sense, to kill Dewey off. I don't know. I mean, the Dewey character, I think you like felt it more, especially when he got killed off, because he's been along, he's been in these films for, the character's been in the films for a while, since 1996. So a lot of people just feel like, his character meant a lot more, I think, for like a lot more people, I think, were emotional like over his death than they were, if Gale were to die. Like, and nothing against the Gale character. I like her character, but I don't think she's as great as the Dewey character. Like, I think Dewey's death, meant, everybody was emotional over that a lot more, I feel. But so yeah, I do think that Gale is gonna die in this film. I definitely do think that she will end up, dying in this film because, again, we're not I thought she was gonna die in Scream 6. You know, when she got stabbed, I thought for sure she was gonna die right then and there. But no, she somehow survived. You know, all that. Um, she's gonna be in Scream 7, but I definitely think Scream 7 will be her last. Um, that's just my opinion because again, this is basically like another trilogy. You know, and what's the point of keeping her around? What's the point of keeping her character around if we're going with that we need to move on and all that? Like, you know, and nothing against the Gale character. I love Gale. I love Courtney Cox and what she's done. You know, I love the character. I just don't think that. I feel like they're gonna kill her off. Because again, if they're trying to move off of the old characters, that's exactly what they're gonna do. You know, that's their way of doing it. Like they think that just because you got to move off a character, that you have to kill him off in some dumb way. Like, and that's what they did to Dewey. Like they killed him. I feel like they killed him in a dumb way, and I wouldn't be surprised if they did the same to the Gale character, as I was talking about in my previous videos. I was saying that I wouldn't be surprised if they killed Gale in Scream 6, but I was I was wrong about that. I was dead wrong about that, and it turned out to be she survived, which I had no problem with it, because it's an OG. She's an OG, so. And I would have preferred them to keep Dewey alive, but hey, again, man, I just can't get over the execution of it. That's basically my number one problem is just the execution. But yeah, that's basically my problem with it. It's just the execution, and didn't have a problem with him dying. I mean, yeah, it was sad. I understand there's both sides of the argument that you got to move on, and all that, like I understand that, but there's better ways to do stuff. There was a lot more better ways to go about it. That's all I gotta say. So yeah, I think Scream 7 will be pretty interesting. We don't really know. We gotta wait another year, which I kind of figured that we would have to. I kind of figured that we would have to wait another year for it to come out because, again, they haven't started filming yet because of the strike going on, and they haven't got a chance to start filming. So I'm gonna say that I'm gonna take a wild guess and say that they'll probably start filming in the summer. I'm guessing probably around this summer. I'm guessing because if you think about it, I think the writer's strike is actually over with. I actually heard that the writer's strike is actually over with, and they may be they may start they may start the film earlier, but I think they're gonna start filming in the summer. That's around the time I think, maybe even the spring, but I think the summer makes a lot more sense because again, the writer's strike, you can't have a writer's strike and then you just can't run. That's why films are so bad, and which is why I'm so happy that they're taking their time with it, because we know that it won't be a bad film. Like it definitely won't be a bad film in my opinion. Like, I think it'll be a good film. Honestly, I definitely think it will, as long as they take their time with it and do it right. You know, my only concern is what is it gonna be like? Is it gonna be worse? Is it gonna be better? A lot of people have their concerns, which I do too. Like, a lot of people have their concerns. Like, I don't know if it's gonna be better or worse. I hope it's. We need more creativeness. Honestly, I've been saying that for a while. Like, um, new locations. I want to be. Now, there's a lot of rumors about the Woodsboro having one half of the film be in Hollywood, and then the other half in Woodsboro, which I would not be. I would not be mad at that. I would actually be happy with that, honestly. You know, I would absolutely be happy with that because basically you're not in one city, you're not in one town. Like, one half could be in another place, and then the other half could be in Woodsboro still. And it's just, I wouldn't mind that personally. And there's a lot of rumors, saying that we could be going back to Hollywood, which Hollywood, I think Hollywood is the more likely destination that we maybe go. Like, I think that's the one that I think that we'll more likely go back to. Not to say that they're going to copy Scream 3 or anything, but I think that's the only one that they will go back to and explore again. It just sounds like it makes more sense. A lot of people are saying also like France and all that, which that could be possible as well. But I definitely think Hollywood makes a lot of sense, and also like having like Woodsboro be in it as well. Like, have like one half Hollywood, another half in Woodsboro. And I thought that would be a cool idea, just to have a movie and two destinations, have two destinations in one film. Like, that would be, I would not mind that. But yeah, that's basically the rumors right as of right now, about Hollywood. And so about Hollywood, about Woodsboro, people don't really know. A lot of people are asking, is the film just going to be in Woodsboro, or is it just going to be in Hollywood? I don't really know. But the way I would do it is I would have it half and half. Hollywood and Woodsboro got kind of with each other, like half and half. Like, one half in Woodsboro, one half in Hollywood. Or the first half of the film could be like in Hollywood, and then the last half could be in Woodsboro or something like that. Like, either or, it really doesn't matter to me, as long as I think that would be something different, something like new and fresh. I would love that idea. Like, that idea, we haven't had a screen film that was basically in two locations like before, so that's definitely would be something different. So yeah, I definitely think Hollywood is definitely a possibility. And now a lot of people are concerned that they're going to copy Scream. A lot of people are concerned that they're going to copy Scream 3, which I understand people's concerns. Scream 3 is, a classic. We don't need another version of it. I already have a superior version of it in my cupboard, and I can put it in right now. I don't need another version. So I understand why people don't want another version, because basically you're basically copying it, and basically telling us that it's not great. for what it was. So you're basically telling us that you're remaking it because you don't think it's great. Which same with if they were gonna do a Scream, what to say if they did like a Scream remake or something like that in the future, and they copy Scream 1996. Like I just wouldn't be a fan of that because you're basically copying everything, every scene, every character. You know, I don't want to see that. I don't want to see a copy, another copy, of Scream 1996 because it was a great film. You don't need to remake it. There's no reason for it. Um. So that's just my opinion on that. I just feel that Scream 1996 is it's a classic. It doesn't need to be remade. Same as Scream 3. I don't want Scream 7 to like Scream 6 was never like it was similar to Scream 2 in a little bit, but it wasn't like there were some similarities, I guess. Like at the end, when the killers got revealed and whatnot. Instead of having a mother, it was obviously a father and then, you know, his kids or whatever. So it was just a little different. Like, it was kind of similar in a lot of ways. So I don't really know. Like, I don't think they were trying to. I don't think they were copying Scream 2. I just think some moments were similar. Um, so a lot of people just have their own concerns about Scream 7 and will it be like Scream 3? Well, I hope not. I definitely hope it's not going to be like Scream 3 because you're basically copying what Wes Craven did, and I don't appreciate that, you know. Wes Craven's a legend. There's just no need to copy one of his films, you know. Um, so yeah, but yeah, I'm very excited for a lot of the horror, movies that are coming out. A lot of the horror movies that, the not movies, but I'm excited for the Friday the 13th TV series, which I heard that that will be coming out in May, I believe. So that should be pretty good, I would say. Um, and I also heard too that they may be making a Scream. Well, obviously they got a Scream TV series, but what am I saying? Oh, I heard rumors, and this is just rumors that I'm hearing, that they could be making a Nightmare on Elm Street TV series, which that should be pretty cool. I'm not really a fan of the Nightmare on Elm Street films. Like I like them, but I'm not like a diehard fan of them. Like they're just not really for me, I guess. But I do respect them, and I do watch them. I got the box set. Um, but yeah, I definitely don't like Nightmare on Elm Street for me. We haven't had that since like 2010. We definitely need another one. And I actually heard a lot of rumors that we could be getting like a TV series in a way, kind of similar to Friday the 13th. Um, which I think that's very possible as well, like a TV series, which a lot of people probably want a movie, including me. Like I want a movie as well. Um, but a TV series, I guess, is something that's the only way you can bring it back at this point. I'm okay with it. Same with Friday the 13th. I would much rather them make a movie right now, but they can't make a movie and they have to do a TV series for right now. And I definitely do think that, after this TV series, they will make a movie, especially with the lawsuit, it's finally over with. It's all settled. they can make another movie. But as of right now, they're doing a TV series, which TV series is not. It's not too bad, I guess. It's not as good as a movie, but I guess it should be pretty interesting still. Um, so yeah, that's basically all we got so far in horror. Obviously, we don't know anything about Halloween. Obviously, Halloween is another film that we don't know about. Like we don't know how long it's going to be until we get another one. Um, we don't know anything about it. Obviously, we probably won't know for another like 5 years. Honestly, um, unfortunately, but there's a lot of rumors, going around saying that they could be making could be a sequel to Halloween 4, which I've been talking about that in my videos. That's exactly what I want. I want a sequel to Halloween 4 because I feel like Halloween 4 is like one of the best, like the most underrated Halloween film. But yeah, I just feel like Halloween 4. I don't know. I feel like Halloween 4 kind of. I feel like it kind of it gets a lot of hate, and a lot of people don't really like the mask for whatever reason. Um, a lot of people don't like the mask. A lot of people don't like the look of Michael Myers in the film. But honestly, I really don't mind it. It's probably the most underrated looks. Um, it's sure better than Halloween 5. Like Halloween 5, like I have a problem with that look in so many ways. Um, the problem I have with it is that it looks like a witch. It doesn't look like the other ones like in Halloween 1978 or anything like that. It doesn't look like Will Shatner's face or anything. It looks like more of a witch, so it doesn't really look that great to me. Um, so that's the one that I think that mask is a little. I think that's ugly personally, but the Halloween 5 all around, I think it's a good film. The only problem I have is the mask, and that's always been my problem. Like it looks too much like a witch. But that's just my opinion. Um, but yeah, definitely looks like a definitely looks like a mask that should have been in Halloween 3, the season of the witch. But it's whatever, I guess. Um, so let me see what else do we got here. So obviously, Child's Play. That TV series, I haven't got a chance to watch it yet. I've heard they was pretty good, but also heard that I keep forgetting the voice actor's name now. The original voice actor for the Chucky doll. Let's see. Like I remember, it's in the tip of my tongue. Brad Dourif. Yeah. So Brad Dourif is actually back in the TV series. Um, and he's also in the Rob Zombie's Halloween. Both of the Rob Zombie Halloween films. Um, which a lot of people enjoyed them in those films, which I did too. I feel like a lot of people like that version of Sheriff Brackett than they did in 1978. So, I mean, that's probably because, Brad Dourif did a good job. But yeah, Brad Dourif, um, Brad Dourif is a good actor. You know, I actually like him as Chucky. Um, they brought him back as well, so it makes it a little better. Like I was saying, like when before the TV series came out, I think it was the 2019 remake, the one that I didn't like. Um, there's a lot of reasons why I didn't like it. Okay, number one, the doll looks ugly as hell. Sorry for saying it. Number two, it's not Brad Dourif. Brad Dourif is way better. Number three, it's not even a Chucky film. Just isn't, you know. So that's why I hate it. The remake, the 2019, that one was absolutely just retarded. Like, I'm sorry. I'm sorry to say, sorry to like use curse words and all that, but I just can't take it. I just can't. That's probably the worst Chucky film I've ever watched. Just the look of Chucky in that film, just the voice actor. I just can't. You know. Um, but yeah, my favorite Chucky, my favorite Child's Play film probably has to go. I'm gonna say my favorite Child's Play film is probably what to say. Obviously, the first one's always gonna be the best, but I think my favorite one may be the second one or the third one. I think the third one is the most underrated. No, I think the third one's definitely the most underrated one. Um, but yeah, the third one, I think the third one is, and the reason why I like the third one so much is that it was a different setting. It had like this military setting, which I liked, something different. Um, definitely the most underrated one. That part four, I don't remember part four. I think that was the Bride of Chucky, if I remember. I also like the Bride of Chucky in the Seed of Chucky. I like both. The only one that I didn't like was the remake again. The remake absolutely just retarded. Like, I'm sorry to say it, absolutely just awful, unwatchable in so many ways. You know, can't watch it with it. I'm. It's so bad that I can't watch it for like 2 minutes. Same with like Halloween 3. It's just that bad. Like I just can't watch it. Um, like Halloween 3, the fact that Michael wasn't in it kind of makes me even more mad that Michael wasn't in it. You know, um, we didn't see him at all in that film. That's why I can't watch that film within 2 minutes either. Like I could put that film in right now and watch it for maybe less than 2 minutes, and then I just can't watch it no more because, again, what's the point? You don't have the character in the film. Then what's the use? You want to watch the movie to see the character. You name it Halloween. The character's not even in the film. So I don't really see the point of that. So I think Halloween 3 is without a doubt the worst. And then the Child's Play, obviously remake, the worst Child's Play, remake I've ever, the worst film without a doubt in the franchise. Like that's without a doubt the worst. The acting was terrible all around, just absolutely just terrible. Um, that's why I'm kind of worried. I'm kind of worried that they're gonna, remake Scream because they're gonna. I hope they don't make it that stupid or anything like that. Um, I hope they don't make it like the Child's Play remake where they just have a stupid actor in there. Like, I can't stand that. And I understand a remake, that's basically the point. You know, a remake, you're basically supposed to put the same characters in the film. Like, you're supposed to put, like, let's say, like, the Sydney character and, like, the Gale character and the Duke character. You're supposed to put them in the film, but have, like, a different actor playing them. I understand all that. That's basically, like, that's what a remake is. But when you rehash, the same, when you rehash the original, like the 1996, if they try to rehash the 1996 film, that would be my problem. Because again, you're rehashing it, and we don't need to see it again. And that's what I feel like the Child's Play remake as well try to do. Try to copy the original Child's Play too much. You know. And I'm not lying, remakes are good. Remakes are good. Don't get me wrong. Like remakes are absolutely like I don't have a problem with remakes at all. There is good remakes out there. Like um Friday the 13th, the remake is pretty good. The 2003 Texas Chainsaw Massacre, that remake is pretty damn good because they weren't trying to rehash the original, the originals. Like, but the only ones I have a problem with is when they copy the older films, like the Rob Zombie films, especially the first Rob Zombie. I feel like he was trying to copy. I feel he was trying to copy the original film, like the 1978, a little too much. And that's not my only problem with it. It was just the Dr. Loomis character was absolutely just annoying, kind of a dickhead. Just the way they portrayed him, that wasn't Dr. Loomis in my eyes. But so yeah, there is good remakes out there, of course. There is great remakes out there, fabulous remakes. There is 2003 Texas Chainsaw, my favorite one. That one's absolutely fabulous. I love it. Friday the 13th remake, that one was great. A lot of people had a problem with that as well. But again, I didn't. I think that when you have a remake that does its own thing, that makes it that much better. If you copy the original film though, that becomes a problem. Um but yeah, definitely a good film. Those remakes were without a doubt my favorite. Like those remakes are without a doubt like my favorite personally. The ones I do hate is obviously the Rob Zombie films, and then the Child's Play remake. And then I want to talk about this a little bit too. Okay, like parody films. Now I don't have a problem with parody films. I understand a lot of people like them, but you guys already know that of I'm not a fan of the scary movie films necessarily. And the reason why I'm not is because they basically copy other horror films, which I understand it's supposed to be, a comedy film, it's supposed to be basically like a parody and whatnot. Um, I mean, I understand all that, but at the same time, it's not enjoyable. It just isn't. Who wants to watch a film? Who wants to watch a scary movie film that makes fun of Scream with a ghost face killer that has basically a ugly ass like that mask literally looks like it got melted. That mask is probably the most ugliest mask I've ever seen. And I understand it's a parody. A lot of people like parodies and whatnot, but I'm not a fan of them personally because you're basically making fun of the older movies and or the other horror films. Like Scary Movie was making fun of Scream, which Wes Craven was going to sue the movie company for that, which he should have. I would have did that. I would have sued him for that. Um so yeah, I'm personally not a fan of the scary movie films. I'm not a fan. I've never been a fan of the scary movie films. Never. I mean, the my favorite one's probably I would say Scary Movie 2. I mean, that's probably like the best one. The one that I like the most out of all the and Scary Movie 3. I mean, it's an okay film, I guess. It makes fun of like The Ring and all that, but hey, again, that's what these movies are about, I guess. You basically make fun of other horror films. And I guess people find that to be comedy, I guess, sometimes. I guess people find that to be funny. I mean, hey, I mean, people are a fan of who they're a fan of. People like what they like. I like Scary Movie 2. I think Scary Movie 2 is probably like my favorite one. Probably like the funniest one out of the way funnier than the first one. The first one for me is not funny at all. Like, it's basically making fun of Scream. A lot of people say that, oh, well, Scream was basically a parody film. No, it wasn't. Scream, it's its own film. Scream, it's not a comedy, like, parody film at all. Like, Scream is a legit, like, horror film, And a lot of people say it's a parody. How is it a parody? Scary Movie was a parody. And Wes Craven was gonna, sue the company for that, which he should have. I would have did that. I would have sued the company, you know, for making that film. because they basically made fun of Scream without Wes Craven's permission. You know, so I would have did the same exact thing during that time if I was a studio, if I was Wes Craven, I would have done it. I wouldn't have cared. You know, a scary movie for me is just that it's just not a fun film, and I get it. A lot of people find enjoyment. A lot of people find it funny. A lot of them, which I do find the second one to be funny, and I do like that film. But I'm not gonna say I'm a fan of it, like a diehard fan of it or anything. Like, um, but I do like them, except for the first one. The first one I absolutely hate because, again, they didn't get, they didn't. What are they gonna do next? Are they gonna make fun of Halloween next? Are they gonna make fun of Friday the 13th next? Nightmare on Elm Street? I mean, like, what are we doing here? Like, I understand a lot of people like comedy. A lot of people like, to watch, funny movies. But this is not really that funny to me. That's just my opinion. Like the scary movie film is literally making fun of Scream. It's literally making fun of Scream. And there's a lot of people out there that are fans of Scary Movie more than Scream. That's crazy. I can't get down with that. I'm sorry. There's just no way that you could be a fan of Scream. There's no way that you could be a fan of Scary Movie over the actual Scream films. But unfortunately, there's people out there that prefer that over the actual Scream films, which people have a right to like whatever they want. But I can't be down with that. I'm sorry. I can't. There's just no way I could like no way that I could like Scream or Scary Movie over Scream. Like Scream, without Scream, there's no Scary Movie at all, in my opinion. That's all I gotta say. And what Scary Movie basically did was make fun of it. In my opinion, Wes Craven should have sued the company during that time. I think I certainly would have did it because Scream came out again. Without Scream, there's no Scary Movie at all. Scary Movie, Paramount, whoever, Dimension would never have would have never did that. Like they would have never tried to make fun of it. So people got to quit saying that Scary Movie is actually the real Scream film. No, it isn't. That's absolute just BS. Like Scary Movie is basically a parody, and Scream is an actual horror film, a real horror film. It's not no parody. It's more dark. No there's some comedy, but not really as much. There's like difference. There's a big difference. Like Scary Movie is more comedy, more like it's more of a parody film. And Scream is a more darker film, and it's more like real. You know what I mean? There's like a different feel when you watch an actual Scream film. So a lot of people just gotta quit saying that. That's all I gotta say. Like Scary Movie, okay, that's cool. You can like it. Everybody likes their own thing. Everyone likes, whatever they like. I understand all that. But at the end of the day, I just can't be down with that. I can't sit here and say that I like Scary Movie more than Scream. I just can't do that. Like, there's just no way possible. I can't. There's people out there that can. There's a lot of people out there that prefer the Scary Movie films over preferred the Scary Movie film over the Scream films, which I don't really understand. Which I understand a lot of people have like what they like, but that's just a weird way of thinking, to say that a Scary Movie film is literally better than Wes Craven's Scream films. Like, I think that's absolutely just ridiculous to say. Um, which again, I know a lot of people. Everybody has their own opinion. I'm not sitting here bashing anybody's opinions. It just sounds like blasphemy, man. To say that Scary Movie, a parody film, was actually better than the actual Scream films. Like, I can't be down with that. But people like what they like, and that's the bottom line, I guess. People like what they like, and I'm not gonna judge them for it. Just like everyone likes different food, everyone likes different drinks, everyone likes different. They prefer different movies, different food, different drinks, different fruit, whatever. Um, so, I mean, everybody's got their opinions and all that, but I just can't. I just can't be down with that. I'm sorry. There's just no way possible. No way possible. Um, no way at all possible. I can't be down with that. Well, yeah, that's just my opinion. Scary movie films. Second one's pretty good. I talked about this in my video before about the scary movie films, which I vividly talked about it, and I was talking about like how the Ghostface mask in the scary movie film was absolutely this. It looks stupid, to me. And I guess a lot of people would say, well, that's the point, of a parody film, but I don't know. This looks stupid. Um, but yeah, and another thing too, that the Scream film, the Scream films are supposed to be called Scary Movie as well. So the Scream films are going to be named Scary Movie, and then they eventually changed it to Scream because they thought Scream sounded better, I guess, but they were going to be named Scary Movie. So that's another funny part. Like, so the actual Scream films were going to be named Scary Movie, right? And then after the Scream films came out, all of a sudden you get these parody films called Scary Movie. So they basically took the name that Scream was supposed to be. Like, Scream is supposed to be named Scary Movie. So I think that's funny. Um, but yeah, I'm personally just not a fan of it. A lot of people are, a lot of people aren't. There's a lot of people that like them more than the actual Scream films, which I'm sorry, I just can't get down with that. There's just no way I could get down with that. No way possible. Um, but yeah, so yeah, I just want to talk about that for a little bit. Just like the movie The Exorcist. I'm not a fan of that. I've never been a fan of The Exorcist. The Exorcist is one of those films that I just never like really cared for. Like I never really cared for any of these like parody film, like not even just parody films, but just the Exorcist, like the actual films. Um, I've never really cared for it necessarily. I think it's a little weird, you know, too weird for me in a way. Like I just don't like possession films in general. You know, that's just my opinion on that. Like I don't know. They're just not for me, I guess. Like they've never been for me. Like the scary movie films have never been for me. Like, or not the scary movie film. Well, those films haven't been for me, but the possession films, excuse me, possession films hasn't been for me. Like possession films for me are just kind of, I don't know. They've just never been my thing. I've always preferred, slasher films over that. Like, I feel like slasher films are a lot more funner than possession films. But a lot of people has their own opinion. Has their own like what they like. There's a lot of people that like The Exorcist that are big time fans, which hey, a lot of people like what they like. Possession films for me though, I just don't really get into it. Slasher films are 100% my favorite. Like this Scream, Halloween, Friday the 13th. Those films. I don't like zombie films necessarily either. Just never been for me, I guess. Um. So yeah, I mean, just haven't been for me really. It's been I don't know. It's just kind of weird, but I guess that's just my preferred. So I'm not like too mad about it. Um. A lot of people got their own opinions. So, and I'm not going to judge anybody for their opinions. Just like there's people out there that like Halloween, the Rob Zombie Halloween films, right? And I don't. Well, there's a lot of people out there that actually defend those films. You know, that actually are a fan of them. Not only a fan of those films, but a fan of like his music, which I've never been a fan of his music. I mean, I know that he's made music, but I've never been like a fan of it. Like I've never been a fan of it. Like, but hey, a lot of people like what they like again. Um, just like I don't like Screen 5. Other people may like it over. There's a lot of people out there that like it. You know, there's a lot of people that don't like Scream 3, but I like it. So there's just a lot of people got different preferences. That's basically like the beauty of like film. Like everybody has their own preferences, like movies that they like, movies that they don't like. Um, that's like kind of like I don't know. That's definitely like that's the best thing. That's like the beauty of like movies. Same with like film, like a food and all that. Like everybody's got different kind. Like there's people that like pizza. There's some people that don't. There's people that like bananas. There's some people that don't. Um, there's people that eat peanut butter. You know, put peanut butter on pizza and all that, which is nasty. But there's people out there that do that. Like so. I mean, hey, that's them. They could do them. But that's not me. I can't. That sounds disgusting right now. Like they put peanut butter on pizza. Like I can't. I can't do that. Like But it sounds like um, there's a lot of people that do that though, you know. So, but yeah, you know, there's a lot of people out there that do that. It's it's kind of weird, you know, but there's a lot of crazy people that do crazy stuff, you know. But hey, man, that you know that's dumb. Yeah, everybody's got their preferred, you know, do what they do, you know, and I'm not gonna judge them for that. Um, so yeah, definitely a um, definitely a lot of people got different opinions and all that, which I like. Um, which I'm not gonna judge anybody for. You know, you never judge anybody for you know their opinions. Um, so yeah, I'm not a fan. Like I was saying, I'm not a fan of. I'm not a fan of the Jaws films. I'm not a fan of the Cujo film, or not Cujo. I love Cujo, but I'm not a fan of alien films. Like that, that gets too weird for me. Oh, we got Steve Mocker in the house. How's it going? Thank you for popping in. But yeah, we definitely there's a lot of movies out here. Like there's a lot of movies that a lot of people there's you know that are not you know there's a lot of genres out there that people aren't a fan of. Um, which again, a lot of people got their own preferences and their own you know they all like you know people like what they like at the end of the day. Um, he says I'm not a fan of aliens either. Yeah, like like I don't know. Alien movies kind of get a little weird after a while, you know. Like they're just not. Like a lot of people like them. I think my favorite one is probably I would say the movie Signs with Mel Gibson in it. I think that's probably like my favorite one. I really like that movie, but the other ones I don't really care for as much. My, yeah, it is getting late, so I mean, a lot of people probably are sleeping by now. I'm gonna start trying to do this a little earlier, you know, because again, it was a last minute decision. Um, yeah, it was definitely a last minute decision. I uh, I was just sitting here thinking. Now I was like, I'll give it a try. It was a little late already, and I kind of figured that there wasn't gonna be anybody really in here in the chat tonight. But definitely tomorrow, all you that didn't, make it tonight, to the stream, make sure to watch the replay, you know, um, and hit that like button for me because yeah, I did it a little late. I'm gonna start scheduling it a little earlier, so people are, aware of it, so they know, when to come. And I think I scheduled it a little too late, which that's on me. But um, wanted to give it a try, just to see how how it would go. But yeah, I mean, we got Stu Mocker, we got Stu Mocker in here, so I mean, hey, what's your favorite Scream kill? Um, I think my favorite Scream kill probably, hmm, that's a good question. We'd probably say, man, there's so many good ones. I'll probably say maybe the balcony kill in Scream 2, or maybe the one, or maybe I don't know. That's probably my favorite one. That one was brutal. Like when he just throws that guy off the Scream 2 and Scream 3, when he threw that girl off the balcony and also um, that black guy in Scream 3. Like, I think those ones are like the most brutalist kills, without a doubt, in the franchise. Like, he just literally throws him off the balcony, throws him off. Like, Cece and Tyson from Scream 3. I think those ones are the best ones. And then the house, I think, blowing up. And Scream 3 was probably like the most creative one, like, too. That was probably like the most. We've hadn't seen nothing like that in any Scream film. Like, just a house like blowing up, you know? Didn't see absolutely nothing like that, which is pretty interesting. Like, I think that's the first time we've ever got a kill like that in the Scream franchise. But yeah, um, but yeah, definitely my favorite one. Those ones I feel are the most brutalist. Like, Those ones are the most brutalist in the franchise. I feel because we haven't got anything like serious, like we haven't got anything like that brutal before, especially with like the house blowing up. The house blowing up, I feel like was the most creative one. Yeah, that was creative, I think. Oh, how's it going, Scott Walker? How you doing, man? I know I'm Ghostface Maniac. How's it going? I had a very happy birthday. I have COVID on my birthday. That's the first time possible. That's it. Oh, I'm sorry, man. I hope you get better, man. I know a lot of people are, are getting sick, during this time of year, you know, kind of sad, but hopefully you get better. Praying that you get better, fast. But thank you for popping in here, and hopefully this stream can make you cheer up a little bit. That's basically like my job, especially when people are going through a lot. Hopefully I could be lift you up a little bit. You know. Thank you for popping in. Appreciate it. Oh yeah, for sure, man. Thank you. Yeah, for sure. You know, I don't like when anybody like gets ill or like gets some kind of virus or something that's kind of sick. I understand there's a lot of people out there that everybody gets something every once in a while. So I mean that's just what happens, I guess. But yeah, did you? But yeah, I appreciate you coming in here. You know, definitely hope you're feeling a lot better. And yeah, sorry, I forget that you're in Australia, so your time is like during like the day there. It's nighttime where I am. It's actually really late here where I am. It's actually 2 a.m. in the morning. So I forgot that you're 2 o'clock in the afternoon during the day because Australia is different time. How cool would it be for this in Scream 7? We're halfway through the movie. Ghostface is in a hat in the house, and the house explodes. Sydney escapes, and Ghostface appears. That's the end of the movie. Oh, dude. And I was just talking about like the house exploding in Scream 3. Like that would be so crazy if we got something like that again, like where the house explodes or something like that. That would be Yeah, I would like it. I mean, it's something creative, something different. Well, I guess we got something like that in Scream 3 already. So I mean, I guess it's not really that different, but definitely similar. Definitely didn't look kind of the same, but it'd be a little different to have, like you said, Sydney escape or something like that. Having Sydney be a part of that, like, but have her like escape. Nah, man, that would be now that would be awesome. I would like that. I would really like that. Um, or what about Stu's house? What's it say? If Stu's like gets revealed in Scream 7, and Sydney like blows the house up or something, lights it on fire at the end and kills Stu. The house blows up or whatever. That's basically it of Stu's house. Like that right there would be a perfect ending. Like that would be a way to end it. Have Stu's house does explode or something. No, I mean, how cool would it be if Sister only halfway through the movie? The ghost is chasing Sydney in the house. Oh, you're talking about halfway through the movie. Oh, my bad. I thought you meant like the end. Um, yeah, that would be awesome as well. Like if Ghostface was chasing Sydney in the house or something, and then the house just like explodes, and then he like returns or something at the end, and it's Stu. Oh man, like Sydney thinks that she killed him or something, that thinks that he died, but then again he comes back, and then at the end he ends up being Stu or something. Like man, that what an ending! What an ending! And again, I'm not saying this. That would be a cool ending for like Stu's house to explode or something. But I'm just saying to have, like you're saying, like the ghost face chasing Sydney and then house exploding and then having that same ghost face return. She thinks that he's dead or whatever. He comes back at the end, gets revealed, turns out to be Stu. Like, yeah, I'm okay with that. That would be a great idea. But yeah, that would be a pretty interesting idea there. Um, but yeah, there's a lot of speculation about Stu and all that. Is he gonna be back? Is he gonna there's a lot of rumors, about like Matthew Lillard like being basically already being in the film, something like being affiliated in one way or another with. Guess he's like friends with some people um, on Twitter. I guess he's friends. He follows like the official stream page or whatever. So a lot of people, a lot of people say that he follows like Spyglass and all that as well, which that could be something. There could be something there. Maybe he's already in the film. I don't really know. There's a lot of rumors, that are saying that he basically already knows, you know, that he's basically already affiliated with the film. And of course, he's not going to tell us, or they're not going to tell us that he is, because I would expect them. I would expect them to lie. I would expect them to lie to me. I don't want them to tell me straight up that he's going to come back. I'd much rather them keep it a secret. But that's the way I would do it, because then again, if you tell us who it's going to be, you're basically giving away. You're giving away like everything about, like, you're spoiling it for people, and nobody wants the movie to be spoiled. Everyone wants to go in there, surprise. That's basically the whole point of the screen films. You basically want to be surprised, going in. So of course I'm gonna expect them to lie to me about it, because, man, I don't want to know. I don't want them to tell me. I want to be surprised. So, oh yeah. How can Matthew Lillard return to play Stu at Scream 7 if he's doing a free picture contract deal with Friday Night at Freddy's? How can you do two movies at the same time? You know what? That's actually a great question. I don't know. I don't know. And money, but you got to understand as well, money talks, you know, especially if they're offering them a lot of money, a lot of extra money to do, the screen film, do both like that. Yeah, you're right. Like, how can you do two? That's a good question. I don't really know. Maybe that if the money's right, maybe he is willing to do both. I don't know. But if he is doing another film right now, then I don't really know. Maybe this film could be done by the time they start filming Scream 7. Who really knows? Like you were saying, though, he's got a contract with them. So it's not like, I mean, he could. I think there's a possibility that he could do both. It just I don't know what, like, that would be kind of difficult. So I understand what you're saying. That, like, how would he be able to do both at the same time? Well, if the money's right, I'm pretty sure he's going to do both. He's going to try to fit it in. Um, that's just what I think. If the money's right, they pay him the amount of money that he deserves. I'm pretty sure he will. That he will do both. But again, like you're saying, I don't know about the contract or anything. I don't know if that keeps him from being in the film and Scream 7 or not, or I have no idea. But yeah, that's a pretty good question. And what I mean by contract, obviously, you said contract deal with Friday Night at Freddy's. So, man, so I mean, if he's got a contract with that, what you know, what if he's got a contract, and I'm assuming that's probably a TV series and not a movie, because obviously you sign a contract to. I don't know. Is it a movie or is it a TV series? Because I don't really think it's a movie, but I'm not 100%. Can you let me know in the chat? Is it a movie or is it a TV series? Because I have no idea what this is about. I don't know anything about it. Friday Night at Freddy's. But yeah, you know that's a pretty interesting question. Like I have no idea like how they would do that personally. I mean, the only guess I would say is that maybe maybe there is a way that he could do both, possibly. Who really knows? I mean, that'd be cool if he could do both, but I don't really know if he can. I don't know if that's possible. So then again, that would mean that we're not getting Stu, sadly, you know, especially if he's, you know, still doing, you know, that, you know, when Scream 7 starts filming. I don't think they're going to bring him back, especially if he's still doing the other project. But if he's done by the time by the time they start filming Scream 7, then he could definitely still be in it. I'm pretty sure. Especially if it's just, you know, we're gonna just see him at the end, you know, he's gonna be get revealed. He's gonna get like a scene where he basically revealed himself. And you know how to or how do you know Spider-Man No Way Home, how they kept telling me about a secret. I think they're doing the same thing with Matthew and Scream 7. They keep them a secret. That's right. Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. And also too, a lot of people were also saying the same thing about Sydney and Scream 6. You know, a lot of people were thinking that it was another, you know, Andrew, you know, Garfield situation and a Tobey Maguire situation when they said that they were going to be in the film and all of a sudden they were in it. So, I mean, that could definitely be a possibility, you know. And again, I've been saying that Matthew Lillard has been following, you know, Spyglass on Twitter. I know a lot of people follow other movie companies. I understand, but what's weird about it is that they actually like know each other. It seems like they know each other, and so that sounds like it'll sounds like he's doing something with them, right? That's what it sounds like. Um, and they're just keeping it a secret so that they don't give it away. Because you're not going to sit there and just tell everyone, you know, that Matthew Lillard is back, or no, they're not going to tell you that. They're going to keep it a secret. They're going to lie to you, that's what I was just saying. I was saying I want them to lie to me. I want them to, say that he's not in the film so that we could be surprised, going into it, you know. I would much rather them lie. I'd much rather them lie to me than to tell me that he's going to be in the film. Then that would give away the whole reveal, give away the whole thing. It would ruin it. So what's your thoughts on the Sam situation? Like, which side are you on? Are you 50-50 or are you on, Melissa Barrera's side? Or are you on the movie company side? Because me, I'm kind of 50-50 on the situation. Melissa Barrera got fired basically um, for posting something about the crisis that's happening in Israel or whatever. We talked about it already on here, but like I don't know what your feelings are about it. Like I don't know what side that you're on. As it goes with with Melissa Barrera, like I don't know. I think I'm kind of 50-50. I'm 50-50 on it right now because I don't really want to judge. I don't really want to judge anybody for because the Melissa Barrera, posted that on Twitter or something like that, and then she deleted it. Then what does it matter, Um. So I don't know what you think about it, Scott Walker, but yeah, I definitely think Melissa Barrera. I don't know if she's wrong. I don't know if she's in the right. I don't really know. It's kind of hard to say, but I've been watching Scream 5 and 6. I've been researching Dewey's death for months now, and the way the killer says yesterday, it's an honor. I still believe it was Stu, not Amber, who killed it. Oh yeah, I still do as well. Like if you go watch that movie and you go watch the size of the killer, that's not it's not definitely not a girl. Like, and I know that just a lot of people are saying that it could be just the way it was shot. Certain like camera angles can make it look like a man and all that, but I mean, come on, I don't believe that. Like, there's just no way. There's just no way possible that a girl is gonna be able to manhandle a grown ass man like that. He was practically like lifting. She was practically that. You're telling me that Amber is gonna be able to lift him off his feet? That's what he was doing. That's what That's what happened. The killer was literally lifting him off his feet. It looked like he was basically on his tippy toes, but he was basically lifting him off his feet. Like, And you mean to tell me that a girl's gonna be able to do that? Like, no, a girl's not gonna be able to lift a guy up, especially in that manner. There's just no way. A lot of people may say that, well, it's a possibility that it was just another man and or a bigger girl. Well, it doesn't really matter if it was a bigger girl. It does not matter because a girl still not going to be able to do that. A man, more, I think a man, and nothing against girls, men, I feel like are stronger than girls, you know, and nothing against girls or anything like that. But again, I just think men are like way stronger. They got way more adrenaline. They're able to do a lot more. They're a lot more, like a lot stronger. So I mean, I don't really, I just don't buy it personally. I don't buy it at all. You know, I don't buy it at all. I don't think that a girl, especially a girl like Amber. Amber is about, she was about what, like 5'7", and this killer literally looks like 6'4", around there. Like, there's just no way that's a girl. No way, no way. And I actually made many videos about it as well. You know, I made many videos about that. How I don't think that it was Amber. I don't think that it was. I don't think it was Leslie either, or not Leslie. Liv, because again, it was definitely a guy like, because there was a lot of theories about Liv possibly being one of the killers. Um, which I do think that she possibly was. Um, if Liv was a, what's to say that Liv was a killer, she wouldn't be able to she still wouldn't be able to lift up Dewey if she was if that was her, like, in there in the hospital. You know, there's just no way. So it was definitely, because again, men's got way more. Men are way stronger than girls. So that's just my opinion on that. If they do a Scream setting in Scream 7, how cool would it finally be, or how cool would it be to finally see the white Ghostface robe and the kid? Oh, dude, that would be awesome. And I talked about that as well. I was talking about maybe like doing like different settings, like a Christmas setting or something like that. Something like very cool, something different and something new and fresh. Because we never really seen anything like that. We haven't seen a Scream film in the snow or anything like that. We've only seen, the only film that we've seen in the snow was probably that Jason film. Um, Jason takes, I don't know. Jason Takes a Hike. It's a fan film that I watched. I mean, that's about the only. I know it's a fan film, so it's not really like a legit like film or anything made by like a legit like company. But I'm just saying that that's the only one. And Friday the 13th obviously fits that as well, like snow, Christmas, the Christmas setting. But like Scream, yeah, I would be all for that. Like, especially, again, we've never had anything like that. We haven't had any like snow or nothing like that involved. So that would be pretty damn cool. But yeah, I'm all for that idea. I've been all for that. You know, I've been all for that idea since I actually made a video about it. I actually made a video and said, how cool would it be to have like Ghostface like wear like a Santa hat or something and like kill somebody with like a candy cane or something like that. Like that would be, or like an ice pick or something. That would be brutal. Um, but yeah, I definitely like that idea for sure. But yeah, but anyhow, I think I'm gonna get signing off here for tonight, guys. Thank you for popping in, Scott Walker. I was Stu Mocker. Thank you for popping in. Thank you, Scott Walker, as always, for you know popping in to say talk some movies with me for a little bit. Um, if Liv didn't get it in Scream 5, I think the other thing I love talking about between Chad, Tara, and Liv, they would have been rivalry between the two girls. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, and a lot of people were saying that she was supposed to be like one of the killers, secretly, but um, I guess they decided not to. A lot of people are saying that she still kind of was, just didn't get revealed as one of the killers. So there was a possibility that we did have three killers, possibly even four, because if you add like Stu in there and into that, like, I mean that's possibly like four right there. So but yeah, I think Liv was only using Chad to make Vice jealous. She didn't really love him out of or out. I think she was only using him. That's why I believe. So that's so does my fiance Trish. Oh yeah, definitely, maybe. That's what I'm saying. Um, definitely think she was one of the killers. Like, um, and the reason why I think this is the reason why, because in that one scene, again, she was basically like, kind of like, I don't know, she was just kind of acting a little weird in that one scene. You know, towards like the end when they were in Stu's house. Um, Acting a little strange. So I don't know. A lot of people just feel like she was, and I feel like she was too. I definitely think she was 100%. But anyways, I'm gonna call the night for now, Scott Walker. Thank you, Stu. Thank you, Scott Walker, for again popping in. I really appreciate it. Be sure to hit the like button as always. Um, I am gonna get some rest and kind of like relax and lay down. So, with that being said, y'all, have a great night. Scott Walker, Stu, have a great night and watch out for. I may possibly do another stream, probably maybe tomorrow again. Just try to like, I'm gonna try to schedule it for a little earlier though. Um, I'm just trying to think of an idea. I'll come up with an idea for tomorrow. Um, we'll definitely come up with an idea. So for right now, though, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this live stream. Be sure to hit the like button as always. And until tomorrow night, good night, everyone.